this episode we're going to be going over the main overall story from Zelda Wii U. The use of time travel is made by the use of time shift stones, and this is where it sort of gets confusing. We assume this game takes place a few hundred years after Skyward Sword. The world of Hyrule is as peaceful as ever, and remains so for the first few hours. All kids, aging into young adults, are required to receive some sort of training, whether it be for farming, exploring, fishing, or becoming a knight. Unlike past games, the NPCs actually have a life and can be spotted freely roaming around Hyrule. This leads to a stronger connection between all of the villages. However, the other races have a fear of the humans and think they will try to take their land as their own as they're building more and more villages. Link is raised in a farming village close to the forest, and has become best friends with a boy around the same age who looks very familiar to Groose. For the first few hours, we are annoyingly pushed to see how close the friends they are. Link is being raised to be a farmer, which comes into play later in the game when you have to grow special fruits to make potions. Link, Ganondorf, Zelda, Heiwa, and others are all very close friends. Ganondorf is raised to become a warrior, Zelda is raised to make use of the power of light. Ganondorf starts becoming obsessed with power during his training and ranking high in the Knights. While Link and friends are exploring, they stumble upon an undiscovered land filled with stones with strange markings. They notice the forest around it is a lot higher than the sections of woods leading up to the stones. They see a small dog run close to the rock, and it instantly changes to a full-sized dog. After barking loudly at Link's group, a machine protecting the stones is awakened and chases them away. These are the machines we see in the original trailer chasing after Link. After returning to the king, a group of knights are sent to protect and collect the stones. Ganondorf comes in contact with the stones and sees a vision from the future. His entire village is destroyed by a monster after the king is unable to save the village. Blinded by rage, Ganondorf sees the king as unfit for ruling the land of Hyrule and takes it upon himself to be the king that Hyrule deserves. He uses the stones to travel back and forth to the future to learn the location of the Triforce. He wishes to become powerful enough to rule the kingdom and finally kill the king. Zelda, in the future, using the power of wisdom, sees the world Ganondorf has made, and using the stones sees a vision of a hero in green that has saved the world before and sends a message to her past self to stop Ganondorf, who has used his power to take control over powerful monsters and deities the villages and races look up to and worship, to keep the villagers in fear and under his control. He has hid the time shift stones in each of the first 3 dungeons. Link is set on a quest by Zelda to save the land of Hyrule and find the first 3 stones. We are able to obtain them and complete any of the first 3 dungeons in any order. After getting 1 stone, we are able to slow down time or speed it up for short periods, which helps during quests, and which we also see in the trailer at the Game Awards. After receiving 2 stones, we are able to stop time for short periods, and after collecting all 3, we are able to travel to the future and the present, and in doing so, opens the rest of the dungeons up for exploration. In the present, when the game starts out, Link, Ganondorf, and Zelda are all young teens. In the future, they are all adults, while Ganondorf and Zelda are both way more powerful in the future. The way the world opens up after completing the first 3 dungeons reminds me of any other Zelda game: A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, just to name a couple. After you beat the first 3 dungeons, the world opens up for more exploration, and you're able to sort of get a brand new world to discover, whether it be the future in Ocarina of Time, the Dark World in A Link to the Past, the Twilight Realm in Twilight Princess, the Silent Realm in Skyward Sword. It always seems to have some sort of other world. In this game, it seems that other world will be the future. This really reminds me of Ocarina of Time, whereas after you complete the first 3 dungeons, you're able to travel back and forth between the past and the present, and in doing so, you notice some of the towns, like Hyrule Castle Town, is completely destroyed, and everybody's already moved to Kakariko Village. It seems like this game's going to be a brand new retelling of Ocarina of Time. But what are your guys' thoughts? And what kind of video would you like to see next from my channel? Would you like to see a video focusing on Metroid or Star Fox for the Wii U? Let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching.